Hi, my Libra friends. How are you this week? I hope you all had a very happy and safe 4th of July. Um, I do have a quick announcement to make. I have made it possible that you can donate to Bonaday Healing Arts. The link is in the comments. And so I don't require anybody to donate for these readings. But if you feel called to donate, that availability is there for you. And whether or not you donate or not, I do appreciate all of your support. And so, anyway, I just wanted to let you know that, and I'm gonna jump right into your reading for the week. And so, for your theme for the week, you got the Two of Winners, but it was reversed. And the Two of Winners normally is about, really feeling like you're not making a good, you're sitting on the fence, right? But that's not you this week. You're on the roll. You've gotten off the fence. You're making good decisions. Um, you finally have decided to make some decisions that are based not on what other people think, right? So that's great. That's great for you. Um, and so for an obstacle, though, you got the world, and normally the world is the same thing, success, and that you're able to go in every direction. As an obstacle, you know, um, I would say that it's maybe a fear of that, right? Like a fear that maybe things aren't, um, that you're still kind of holding back a little bit. Like you finally got around to making some good decisions and getting off the fence, but maybe the fear that everything is going according to plan, right? Things seem to be going okay, but then we have that doubt, right? And so just be aware of that. Don't be doubtful about yourself there, Libras. And then you got the Three of Winter in reverse for your advice from the universe. And the Three of Winter, um, in that position, I want you to be aware that you finally kind of given up your decision making based on worrying about what other people think. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you should cut them out altogether. Because when you do hit a rough patch, those people are still available to you, right? Like we still need to let them give us love and support, comfort, encouragement. Um, just because you're not really caring what they think about your particular decision doesn't mean they don't still love and care about you and support you, right? So think about that. And then for healing with the fairies, you got to be honest with yourself. And I think that kind of goes with it too, right? Making sure that even though you're finally off the fence and things are finally looking good, be honest with yourself. So, do you feel stuck, depressed, tired, angry, or irritable? These are all symptoms that arise when we're dishonest with ourselves. Maybe you feel that you can't afford to be honest with yourself and that you don't have a choice. This card isn't asking you to make any radical life changes or have a confrontation with another person. However, it is urging you to admit your true feelings to yourself. One easy way to get in touch with your true feelings is by going outside and engaging in silent conversation with the fairies who live amidst the flowers, trees, and grass. Even if you can't yet see or hear the fairies, mentally tell them everything that you're thinking, feeling, and experiencing these days. Ask them to help you get in touch with your deepest feelings. The fairies love to hold a mirror up to us so that we can see and admit the truth. Okay, so what are you hiding from yourselves this week, my Libra friends? Like, things are going good. You finally made a decision. You're not really caring what other people think. You're on top of the world. Things are going great. You feel like you're finally on your path. You're finally, the journey of bad things is behind you, but there's something there, right? And I think it kind of goes back to that Three of Winter card. It is what I'm being told is that it goes back to that cutting people off and, you know, maybe thinking that even though the bad things that have passed, haven't completely healed and you're still needing support for that. And you're still, even though you think it's over and done with, it's not. And so maybe that's something you need to look at, lean into a little bit, you know? Okay, and then you got a heart chakra card called Wholeness. You have within you the power to heal all that is in need of your love, including yourself. Open up to the vastness of your heart and allow its purifying presence to wash over you in waves of self-acceptance and graceful allowing. From this space of wholeness, start that sentence over. From this space of whole soul fulfillment and nourishment, you will be able to give and receive abundantly. You are the forests and the oceans, the earth and the sky. Honoring your wholeness is your path to wellness. A good crystal for that is mangano calcite and the herbs hawthorn berries. And so again, I want to go back to this truth and this wholeness and this truth and healing, right? And I think it goes back to that decision making, making decisions not based on what other people think, but what about what you think? Are you being honest with yourself? Are you making that decision based on what you really think, how you really feel? Maybe you made that decision despite people. Something, my pendulum agrees. I think this is resonant for someone. Receptivity is your next card, and that is a throat chakra card. When someone shares their truth with you, listen. Open channels for divine wisdom to flow both toward you and through you. Something or someone seeks your attention right now. Remember that even animal spirit allies can be messengers of wisdom from the higher dimensions. Be open to the messages as they come, in whatever form, and ask for clarity if needed as you integrate what you receive. And the crystal for that is angelite, and the herb is elderberry. Once again, that word truth comes back out, right? Truth. But I still think it goes back to being honest with yourself, Libra. Now, Libra, you guys try to hold the balance, right? You're the balance between Scorpio and Virgo, right? You hold the balance between the signs. And so, a lot of times you have a tendency to try really hard to people please. And although you're trying to step out of that role this week, make sure that you're being honest and allowing that divine wisdom to flow through you, and also being really receptive to signs and that come your way, and really believing and allowing, right? That receptivity. Burning for authenticity is one of your intentions for the week. This card's come up a lot today. I am unafraid of and unconcerned by what others think of me because I'm focused on living an authentic life. What matters most to me is my relationship with Source. In living a full and authentic life, I anchor my actions and decisions in a deeper truth and wisdom that guides me towards peace, happiness, and prosperity. Some for that's angelite and essential oils, blue chamomile. And think about that. Like, you're like, okay, I'm no longer making my decisions, being concerned what others think of me because I'm trying to be authentic. And it goes back to that being honest with yourself, being in wholeness and receptivity, And so isn't this the perfect intention for you to set, that you're living your life in an authentic way based on your authenticity? And that's going to lead you to more happiness and prosperity, peace. And your second one is healed light. The light in me sees the light in others and connects with them there, raising the frequency of the planet towards universal healing. As the light in me heals and emerges, it naturally seeks and exalts the light of all who surround me. This process is my service to the planet. And the stone for that is scolecite, and the essential oil is blue tansy. Here's the thing about light, right? And healing the planet. And I think that it's important because, again, I keep saying, when we heal outwardly, it comes back to us. And we all know that to be true, right? What you give out is what you get back. And so but light also shines on truth, right? It will seek out that hidden truth, that hidden thing, right? And so by setting an intention of that, you're going to see the light, not just in others, because now you're kind of getting there, but what about in yourself? And then that light you send out to the planet comes back to you, right? Because the light naturally seeks out, right? And it brings out the light in everybody. And it also brings out the darkness. It shines light into the darkest of places, right? And so think about calling in healed light into that part of you that is trying to be honest with yourself, because that healed light is going to reveal it in a way that's going to bring that up for healing for you. Okay, so that's a really good intention for you to set this week. And what aren't you being honest about? And ask for healed light to come in and reveal that, right? It's available. And just remember, like the world says, everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that even in challenging times, the universe only wants what's best for you. So right now things are looking up for you, Libras, and so stick with what you're doing, but also don't hide from any truths from yourself. Be cautious of that, okay? All right. That is all I have for you today, my Libra friends, and I, of course, love you always, and I'll see you soon.